There we go. Hello, my friends. 1 second. Boom. Okay, there we go. Hi. How are you doing? Thanks for joining me tonight. All right. Good. Okay, so I have some plans for editing today, what I want to do with you. So work on my pictures again. And by the way, this time I thought I want to do it in a way where we will do some editing, and then I will do the review for the weekly challenge, and then I'm doing some more editing because then you can leave at that point, right? And then I can just keep on editing and you can keep on watching me because I just want to finish some stuff today. Also, I need to turn off the phone 1 second. Where are we? There we are. Okay, good. Let's set this for 2 hours. Let's set it for 3 hours. There we go. Okay, good. Who is here? I can't read the first comment because of the pinning comment. I don't know. It's YouTube sets it in a way where it's over the first comment. Can I read it here on the side? I don't think so. Okay, never mind. So, can you hear me? Yes, I think so, right? Good. Hi, Eric from Meidling. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, Thomas from Malda Boleslav, Czech Republic. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, Michael. Hi, Che from northeast of the UK. Awesome, thanks for joining. So let's see who else joins. I will switch right away over to my screen 1 second so you can look at some interesting stuff here. No, wait, I'm on the Unsplash. I want to switch over here to these pictures. Okay, let's switch over so you can see what I'm doing. 1 second. Boom, there we go. Work live. There we have some pictures. So I did a photo shooting like this, but I made some mistakes. I need to be better next time. So two things really to point out at that point, mistakes that I made is really prepare before on I don't know, that the perspective you want to make. I mean, there's always like mistakes that you don't think about, and then afterwards you see them. So one thing I can really tell you is don't photograph up the nose of somebody, because almost all of my pictures, when you look over here, are up the nose, and it looks like really terrible. Look like that. Because they look so big, because of course they are dark and the rest of the face is bright, and that like it just doesn't look good. And almost all of my pictures, because, and this is also another reason why this is happening, because this is happening in the bathtub. So it's not that easy to go there from the other side, because there's a wall on the other side, right? So it's a little bit like hard to actually get a good perspective where you're not photographing towards the nose. And also if a person is leaning back with the head, like the nose is automatically coming up. So you really have to like lean back into the water in a very odd position to have the nose, the face still like parallel to the camera, or even like tipping towards the camera, right? So that's the first thing. And the second thing is, if you use, I don't know, do we have nice pictures here where you can see that? If you use artificial eyelashes, look at that. I don't know why, they are like spider legs. You can see that? I'm not sure if you can see that. They have these, they come in pairs. You see, like there's always like this little collection of hair, and then there's a gap, and then there's the next collection of hair. Maybe that's just these, and there is others who don't do that, but it doesn't look good. So this is another problem, because this means, well, I can maybe fix that, but it's in most of the pictures where there's a close-up of the eyes, you have this, and it just doesn't look good. So this is the second problem here. And this means I can't use a lot of the pictures that I wanted to use, but I selected some that I want to use. Also, I didn't get enough flowers. And also, this is another thing I couldn't advise you to do, is make extra pictures of the stuff you have with you, right? Of the props is what I mean. Like for the flowers, I should have made just pictures of the flowers in the milky water, because afterwards then I can just copy them over and like add more of them to the picture, but I didn't do that. There is no picture where there is just the flowers, and also in different like positions and stuff like that. So it's also kind of useful. Hi, Seni Case from Holland. Hi, how are you doing? Murchat from India. Hi. Rocco from New York. Thanks for joining. Peter from Canada. Hi. Kevin. Hi. Where are you from, Kevin? Thomas from the Czech Republic. I think I already said hello. Awesome. Okay, lots of people here. Okay, yeah, let's see. I think the overlay should work for the tips. If someone is tipping, then there should be a pop-up over the screen. So let's see if that works today. Okay, so I've selected some pictures, and the way I want to do it today, so this is DxO Photo Lab, where I always start with my raw pictures because it has a very nice editing, and then I export that, and then I go to Affinity Photo, where we can edit the stuff. With a lot of different layers. And then today, what I want to do is the final step to be Luminar AI, because they did some interesting updates, which give you really cool, interesting results, like visually really cool stuff. I want to play with that. So let's see where that goes. Yeah, not too many people joined so far, 40 people. But that's cool. Thanks for joining, everybody. Sorry that I phrased that the wrong way. Anyways, so here we have some pictures that I have already exported. I already also worked on a little bit. Like you can see here, there's a lot more flowers around. But I have to do that in a different way. So I also downloaded some pictures from Unsplash with flowers in them. And also some other of my own pictures where we can maybe copy over these flowers. So let's open up these 3 pictures here. These are my own pictures. There again, of course, is the problem with the nose. You can see how, like, yeah, that's... And there is one without the nose. So we could work on that. There's another one where we, like, don't have the nose holes. Nostrils, I think, is the right word. Nostrils. This is kind of better here. Let's rotate this a little bit counterclockwise. Let's see, like this. And then I would like this to be square, actually. But there's a flower here. We can maybe fix that. So I want to play around with that a little bit. So this is one thing I want to do today. And then there is this other picture here. Where is it? This one. Like... If you have an advice for me, like she's wearing a wig, and what I did not expect is that the hair is just like sinking in the water. So you try to fluff it up and then it sinks down in a second. You don't even have a chance to take a picture. It's that fast gone. It's not floating on the water. So if you have any idea how that can be done, maybe there's different kind of wigs. I don't think natural hair is swimming on the water. Maybe it is. I don't know. So hi Eduardo from Argentina, thanks for joining. Pretty cool. Where am I from? From Germany, but I'm living in Austria. Hi Kevin from California. Oh, that's where you're from. Pretty awesome. Okay, cool. So I just want to multiply that hair. We should maybe also export some more hair, but we can go with this hair also and try to do some different combinations and see if we can like just hide that fact a little bit that these are just copies of that. Should we start with this one or with the flowers, where we try to multiply the flowers and get more like structure around that? By the way, I've also downloaded these pictures here from Unsplash that we can maybe steal some flowers from that look pretty good. I should have done pictures like this. If I would have like 20, 30 pictures like this, that would be a lot better. Okay, then we have this one here that is, well, And then we have this one where we have some other flowers. So that could also be nice to isolate these and then just copy them over. And because we are photographing also from top down, at least in this case here, I think this is, yeah, this is also basically top down. We should be able to put some of them in here. And then afterwards, we're going to change the colors anyway. So it shouldn't be that problematic that here it's different. The lighting here is a little bit different, but we will see what is happening with that, right? Okay. Not all fake lashes are like that. Okay, so I have to learn more about fake lashes because I had no experience. I thought they are just like normal lashes, like the natural ones, and I did not think that they come in pairs like that. So in these little like, you were inspired by Hamlet's Ophelia. Maybe. Is she in a flower bath? I don't know. I like, to be honest, the last time I have read Shakespeare is like 20 years ago or something. I don't know. I think I even didn't read too much from him. I read, in German it's called Viel Lärm um nichts. A lot of noise about nothing. I don't know what the English title is of that work, but the translation is a lot of noise about nothing. It's about marriage and blah, but it's, I think with him it's always about that kind of thing. Yes. She's my usual model because it's just like it's nice to work with her, and I'm also a little bit lazy, and also with the pandemic right now it's kind of hard to find someone else to be willing to take pictures, so that's a little bit of a problem too. I will start and work on this, and you can keep chatting with me in the meantime. Let's just make some rough selections here, like so. And then when we copy it over, maybe I will fade this a little bit. Feather is what I mean. Let's go with, I don't know, let's say 15 pixels should be good. Let's copy this over to this picture here. Oh God, that's very small. Well, my resolution is pretty high, so but we can that should be okay. All right. Hi Hugo, thanks for joining. By the way, thank you, Larissa, for telling me about the different eyelashes. Some have no space in between. Okay, so I have to look for that. I really have to learn a lot more about these things. Much Ado About Nothing. Yes, that's the title. There's a really cool film version of that too. Yeah, and this is also why I read then the play, the text. Did she get a medal for all that? Not really. She's actually like still waiting for the pictures. I'm really slow with actually finishing up the works. So yeah, I'm not the best in that regard. On like, I like to take the photos and I have always a lot of plans, but I'm not really good at finishing things. So yeah, what just happened? Oh, okay, we are in the wrong mode here, so we have to do that again. There we go. Okay, so that's that. Which is the right one? This one. We have to see if that works at all. Let's just copy some of the flowers out of this picture and then see. I forgot to feather the border of this one. Let's do it this time here. Copy this over. Did it copy over? No, it didn't. Why? Oh, because I'm on the wrong layer. Okay, strange. There we go. So why is this so dark all of a sudden? Oh, because it's in a different... you see how the eye is correcting... like this is bright and this is dark, but the eye is kind of correcting the brightness. So you see this, of course, like it's in the shadow, but you know what I mean. Oh, there is one that's pretty much isolated here. They are pretty blurry, but we could maybe also blur them in the picture. So we have to see if that works or not. Let's see, 15 here. And yeah, so I just want to finish some stuff today and hopefully get some interesting, cool results. I think, I'm not sure if we're going to take these flowers here or maybe with the selection brush. Let's see what we can do with that. Does it do something? No, not at all. What's going on right? Oh, we are at subtract mode. Okay, cool. So here we are in the not subtract mode, in the adding mode. That looks pretty okay. We could go a little bit smaller here. Take this one here too. Yeah, let's go like this. Okay. Should I click on refine? I'm always a little bit worried about that. Okay. So today the plan is I'm not gonna stress myself at all. I'm just gonna work on it and see what comes from that. Okay, so let's copy this over. That's not too bad actually. Pretty cool. Okay. Should we maybe do it with the selection brush with these other flowers too? This is, I think this is much higher resolution. We could take some of the stem here too. Let's see, what does refine give us? Make this a little bit bigger here. So this is much higher resolution. Okay, let's see. When we copy this over to the other picture, what do we get? Ooh, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, we can work with that. Let's take the other flowers too, and then... Oh, sorry, we have to restart this. There we go, because we only want to have the one flower. There we go. Okay, just to add some additional stuff. I need to really spend next time more. I also want to build like a collection of different artificial flowers and other stuff, and maybe ask a shop if they like have old flowers that I can take for a photo shoot, stuff like that, because that stuff is not that cheap. So yeah, I have to just build up a collection over time to be able to do cooler stuff, more interesting stuff, and yeah, get some gear, some how do you say, an airbrush gun to colorize things, like when you build models, stuff like that, and yeah, just a collection of things. Good, let's see. Boom, there we go. Okay, that's not too bad. What does the chat say? Hugo does say. Oh, okay. Hi, Hugo. Hi, Pavel from Germany. Thanks for joining. All right. So by the way, when you click on top of on the pinned comment, if you see that, and it brings you to another page, this is a it's called from a page that is called Stream Elements, and the reason why I'm using that instead of the Gumroad store is that this will make a pop-up on the screen that you can also see, and you can also send a message with that, while the Gumroad store can't do that. So this is why for the streams, just for the streams, I'm doing that, right? Okay, so now we have to figure out, let's go here and then... Does this have a 4:5 ratio? It does. 5:4. Oh, that's actually not as wide as I thought. So that's pretty okay. And I want to put it over here a little bit, like so. So the face is basically centered, and then maybe rotate it a little bit so the face is a little bit straighter, like so. Okay. So this means we kind of have to fill up this space over here with some stuff if we do it like that. I mean, this should be easy just to copy this over, but with the water and stuff, that might be a problem. I could maybe put some of these flowers over here on the right side. Let's see. Okay, let's just arrange the flowers here a little bit. Maybe, well, we can have these in different sizes. I guess there's different rose sizes, so that shouldn't be a problem. Should we maybe keep the face on the side so we don't have to reconstruct that area? Because if I stretched it, I'm pretty sure if I stretch this out, let's make a duplicate here, we are going to see that. We can try that, but with flowers, I don't know if that works. Let's see. Maybe it does. Is that... How does that feel? Is that okay? I mean, it's not the worst in the world. Maybe that flower's a little bit bigger. Who knows? So basically we can leave it like that, right? It's not too bad. Okay. So let's arrange some of these flowers around her. Let's see how big can we go here. So this is maybe not too bad. And then we have to recolor them also and like set the right light for them and stuff like that. So there's some more work to do. This is not good here. Let's look at this one. Let's see if when we have a blend mode, different blend mode. No, that doesn't work. Okay, let's use the blend ranges. Does this help? The problem here is that, well, let's see. What do I have to remove to make this outside invisible? Basically that part here, Well, the problem here is that the flowers themselves are bright too, so maybe I have to simply delete the outside around that. Let's try this. Let's make this a little bit bigger, and then, what is this? Ah, pixel, okay, good. Pavel says, thanks for your masking comparison film. I thought I'm the only one having trouble with Affinity Photo masking. Yeah, no, hair is always very difficult to do, especially complex hair on a complex background. So I find Capture One is much better in masking. It is. I still haven't tried Capture One. I still have to mail them or something. So they can send me a key. If they are interested at all in that. Okay, so let's try to prep this here a little bit better. See if we can do that. Let's reduce the opacity here. Okay, that's better. Let's see how far we come with this. Can also darken this afterwards. It doesn't have to be super perfect. I think I'm going to blur some parts on the outside also. And of course, at the end, I want to have more for like a artistic look. So with overlays and wrong colors and stuff like that. So a lot of this is probably also going away and not looking too bad. Let's see. So that's actually, yeah, that's kind of okay. Good. I think we're going to delete this one because that's just like strange. Let's make this one big and clean that up a little bit. Okay, can you see everything? Yes. Okay, good. All right. I thought I'm going to do some like old-time compositions like we have done in the past with the stream. I also want to do more of them again. Like the things we, you know, where I selected like random pictures from Unsplash and did some creative stuff with that. So I want to do that too. But I also thought like, okay, it would be interesting to try to work a little bit more with this today. This one isn't that great, but maybe we can put it in a way where we overlay it with things and don't see the border too much. Let's see about this one. Where's my eraser? There we go. Maybe I should use another brush for the eraser. Let's try this one, for example. Opacity, reduce that, like so. And then... is that maybe better? No. Not really. Let's try something else. Acrylics, brush, dry media. Maybe this one. A little bit bigger. Yeah, that seems to be better. I think, maybe. Let's see. Or maybe not. No, not really. Okay. Let's undo this real quick. The other one, this one worked a lot better for some reason. Okay, let's see. Let's just take a normal brush and remove a little bit from the outside stuff. There we are, basic. Make that a little bit bigger. Oh, I'm on the wrong brush. Nah. Yeah, okay. Let's just go around that. I really need to next time take some pictures in the water before, with the flowers, right? That would make that a lot easier. I will delete this part here. And then maybe, let's see, if we copy this and then turn this around and then merge both of them together, rasterize. So now we should have kind of fixed that. Okay, good. So now we can start in laying out the flowers in a way that makes sense. Idiot says, do you use what? Alt-G for resizing your brush. No, I'm maybe I should do that. Is this for resizing the brush? Let's see. Okay. But it's in an odd position. It's also a little bit jumpy. It's a little bit laggy. But apparently, yeah, that works. So that's kind of a good idea. It's the Alt on the right side, which is a little bit strange. They have some, I don't know, often they use keys that are really hard to reach on European keyboards. Like, for example, the rectangle brackets is not really a key on the European keyboard, on the German keyboard, because you have to press Alt and 8 to get to the rectangle. And then I don't think it works at all. Okay, let's go. Let's just like place these around the picture and see what we can do with that, and then blend them in. Make this a nice quick process here. Is this one of my flowers? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Pretty awesome. So we can pin this down here and then put this here. Maybe put that flower on top of that. So we have a little bit more structure here. And let's see, I want to put one up here too, just to get some more flower stuff going. Let's see what we have. This is a little bit too big and also ugly. So let's try to maybe get that out of the way. And then we have to readjust that later on, right? So don't worry too much about how it looks right now. It's just more about figuring out where we want to put stuff, what kind of size the stuff should have. Can put this up here and then maybe also down here a little bit bigger, like so. Kind of looks strange though. Okay, this is one of my flowers, but maybe when I cut this out, 1 second, when I cut, why do I have this twice here, by the way? I think we wanted to do some, okay, I thought this is the backup. Okay, good, so I can delete that. Let's quickly make a selection of this one, like so. Okay, copy this over. So I have it now on a second layer, so I can also use this over here. Let's see. Where can we put this? We can, well, this is too close to it. Can put it like this. We can test here with the blend ranges. By the way, I again forgot about feathering the outside. 1 second, blend ranges. There we go. Let's see. That's not going to work. Okay, I'm just going to also clean this up a little bit. Bring this here. And then just with the eraser brush, what's the chat saying? I think the left-right mask size up, down, hardness. What? The left-right? What do you mean the left-right makes size up? The left. Control Alt is also possible. Oh, okay, I see. Really? Okay. Oh, it makes a hardness too. I've never tried that, so thanks for telling me. I'm not using that too often. I kind of like these sliders up there. Okay, the opacity is too high now. I don't know why. I think sometimes you just build up habits over time and then you just keep them, even if there is better stuff to be used at that point. But you just like, I don't know. It feels like I have faster and like nicer control when I'm just using these sliders, although that's actually not true. It's just an illusion. It's just like that safety that you get from developing a habit, which basically at that point is a bad habit, right? Okay, so this blends nice. And this is what I mean. Like if I would have taken some pictures at that point from just the flowers, then you can see they mix from the lighting and from everything, and I can just put them in here and it looks good, but I didn't do that. So yeah, that's my fault, and now I have basically to pay for that. What is this? Whoops. Oh no, please don't tell me it made a line. Oh, okay. Where's the in-paint brush? There we go. So we have to fix that line. Damn it. Why is this still a thing? I don't understand. Okay, let's click once here. And then I go down here and I hold shift and I click another time. And this, yes, creates a straight line. So we have fixed that in 2 clicks. So thankfully that wasn't such a big problem. But still, I feel like that should have been fixed already. Okay, there we go. Let's go on. Less crying, more working, please. All right, let's see. Put some flowers here. And then maybe this over here. I feel like, well, we can blend this after. Or should we blend it right now? Let's do this maybe. I don't want to get sucked up into the details too fast, but let's see if we, okay, we need a little bit more opacity here. And then just act like this is coming from under the roses or in between like this. Is that okay? I think, yeah, it should be okay. Curves adjustment, bring this down a little bit. Oh, that's actually, let's, maybe I should do this afterwards. 1 second. Brightness, reduce the brightness. Is that makes a lot more sense. Okay, good. So we have, that's actually good. That looks pretty good, right? Okay, cool. So now that we know that it works, I can just play around with the other stuff, push that in here, and then I will adjust that later. How much of this do we need, by the way? Let's push this down here. This one I like, so maybe let's have this somewhere else too. Over here, maybe? Down here? That could be nice. We will make this darker later on. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Hello. What's going on here? So there we go. Okay. Good. What else? I think I need some more roses up here. So this is starting to be more flowerful. It's pretty cool. What else could we do here? Do we have another picture where, oh, you can see, for example, this one here maybe? This one here is cool. So we just have a little bit more to play with. I think this is the same picture, kind of the same picture we're working on right now. So maybe I'm going to select this one, although it's pretty blurry, but that shouldn't be a problem. Let's see, refine this, go once around the outside. There we go. Okay, apply, copy this over to the other picture. That's good. And then deselect. What else can we use here? Maybe that flower here. Okay, refine. Go around the outside. Okay, boom. What's the time? 36 minutes. Okay, that's pretty cool. Good, so we have one more here. Good. How many flowers should we do, by the way? At what point is it feeling enough? Maybe, I don't know, maybe we should also like have some smaller ones that are just floating near her face, but and kind of create like a gap or something, like a free space in between. One of these smaller ones over here, maybe. Is that? How does that look? Is that good? With these floaty ones here? We can maybe make them more transparent and make it look like they're a little bit underwater. Just got here. What program are you using? It's called Affinity Photo. I can make the, where do we have? About this one, Affinity Photo. It's right now, I think it's even on sale, 50% off, so you can buy it for 30 bucks. Not from me, I'm not working for them, but from their page. And it's a lifetime. You just buy it once and then you keep it. It's no a subscription or something. By the way, have a good one. Good coffee. There we go. Okay, let's save this before everything is crashing here. Let's call this, okay, I don't know, AP. Good. All right. By the way, I feel like this flower would be cool somewhere else. So I want to also select this one here. Oh, wait a second. I'm doing it wrong. Let's use the selection brush real quick. Give me this flower, please. There we go. By the way, with my travel plans, I was like thinking to going to Asia, to Thailand for some time. And right now, first of all, I was a little bit lazy in the planning process. I could have been quicker, but now I have to wait until the 15th to get even an appointment at the consulate, right, in Vienna, to get my visa and all the other kind of technical things you need for that. So it's a pretty elaborate process you have to go through, which is okay because they have very few cases right now and they want to make super extra sure that there is no other stuff going on. So let's try this here right now. Hardness and blah. Okay, there we go. So that's pretty cool. It's a little bit like stressing because you have to book like a isolation hotel, and then you have to transmit all the data with the flight and the isolation hotel where you have to stay for 14 days and stuff like that. I think 72 hours before the flight. And then also your test, your corona test can only be like 72 hours or 42 hours long, which is, I mean, at that point, if you get tested and you have COVID and you have booked already all that other stuff, what happens then? I don't know. I don't think I have it because I'm mostly at home all the time. So there's a very, very low chance at all. Of course, I shouldn't be able to travel. It's just about like kind of hard to understand what happens if that would be the case. You know what I mean? Okay, I feel like we are coming close to a state where this looks good. Maybe put some more here. So now I have already a lot of flowers going on here. Okay. Yeah, so this is just something I'm working on right now. Just to get a different kind of, like I don't know, just to get out of here. And also a friend of mine is already here. He says it's pretty good right now to travel there, and I can also work from there. Not work, but do my YouTube channel. You know what I mean? And that is hopefully also interesting to take some pictures there, to hopefully meet some interesting people there, maybe other social media creators, to see what they are doing. I feel like there is something missing up here. That corner is eerily empty. We already have enough roses up here, right? We could maybe put some more up here in the but they are like, oh, this is the same one, so this is not good. But maybe if I rotate it like this, it's not that obvious. No, it doesn't look good. Maybe a leaf. Maybe a leaf could be cool. Let's put this, I don't know. Let's delete this. Okay, let's put a leaf here. I will cut this one out. And Yeah, I mean, there's also like I'm a little bit thinking about maybe I should go somewhere else. Like for example, I know someone in Taiwan. I could go there. That would also be a possibility, or maybe travel in Europe, which would also be a possibility. But traveling in Europe is probably the most high risk option right now because they really screwed up here with the vaccines. So they just wanted to save a lot of money, and now they don't have the vaccines. So before, like North America was really bad with all the cases and stuff like that, but now they have fixed a lot of that because they have ordered. I think they have already vaccinated over 100 million people, and in Europe it's extremely slow, especially in Austria and Germany. They, for some reason, wanted to save all that money, and now they're suffering because there's lockdown after lockdowns. It's really crazy right now. They had been ahead, and now they are way behind. So yeah, it's just bad. Okay, so we have to leave here right now. There we go. So I can now put this somewhere over here. And then we're going to adjust some stuff. Like so. Let's see, maybe like this. I feel like, what is going on here? I should lock maybe the pic, or maybe not. Okay. Oh, that leaf is so strange up here. So maybe I should delete that part here. Okay. But now it looks strange too. So I have to find a better way to do this. That's not too bad. I can have this stick out here, and then maybe we can use some other versions of this. Maybe down here is not too bad. And then let's see. Maybe somewhere over here, like so. How about that? It's kind of okay. Is this okay? This is not that flower. So let's put this on top. Oh my god, I have so many layers already. Okay, we all have to adjust them. Whew. Okay. Canada is a complete mess. Really? Canada is? Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally planning to go to Asia. And it's like it's going to be really expensive because I have to, especially because of that isolation hotel. I have to figure out of in Taiwan, maybe because I know somewhere there, and maybe they can, how would I say that? How would I say? They wait. I have to look up the right word. I'm looking for the word bürgen. Let's see. Bürgen. Vouch for me? Is that the right word? So just what I mean is that they can say, okay, we are living here, we are from Taiwan, we are kind of vouching that this guy is staying in that room for 2 weeks, he's not coming out. We will take care of that. Just to make it a little bit cheaper. Because like, if you have to pay 100 per night, that's 1,400 for nothing, basically. I mean, not nothing because it's safety, and I completely understand that. But for me, I can't do anything in that time. So that's, for me, it's a loss of money, you know? So that would be cool if there would be some other way that makes it a little bit cheaper. Okay, let's adjust that stuff here so it fits better into that picture. Maybe put some more contrast here. Yeah, that's okay. Good. So let's do this. Do this roughly here. This looks good. Oh man, it's a lot easier than I thought. This is also a flower. Okay, cool. We're gonna end up with like a ton of layers here, but that's okay. I think we don't need that actually. Maybe for this one. Let's see. Brightness, contrast. Yeah, why not? Let's make this a little bit darker, high contrast. There we go. It has this edge around it. This is not so great. I can also have a look at that later on. Okay, so I think we are making pretty good progress on this one. These are blending pretty good. I didn't expect that. So let's see. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit so you see more. I'm always like working zoomed out a little bit so I have a better overview of what is going on. But I understand that for you, that's not the greatest thing to look at. As everything is so small. Oh, this one has to be darker. Invitation letter? No, not an invitation letter. Just like where they say, okay, we will take care that this guy is staying in his room and not leaving and stuff like that. Right. Because this is really strange, right? That where you book a hotel and usually you pay like $30 a night in like, let's say in Thailand, $30 a night, and then you have to pay $100 a night. Although you book for 2 weeks, so actually should be cheaper, but it's more expensive, and you don't really get anything extra. The only thing that's extra is that there's a nurse. And she's taking your, like you sending her the degree that you have from your health. So she has a check if everything is okay. But you could just mail that to someone, right? So I mean, it's a little bit strange. And a lot of cost, right? I would rather buy some gear for that or some other stuff that helps my channel a long time. But on the other side, I really want to try this and see if I can work abroad and maybe create better content for you that would also be interesting. So yeah, I feel like that's still a good thing. Levels. Yeah, let's do this a little bit here. Okay, I feel like we are going in a really good direction right now with all of this. I feel like maybe this is, maybe let's make this also a little bit cooler here. Hey, thank you, Dave. Oh, you can also write, a message. I didn't think about that, but it doesn't pop up on the screen because YouTube doesn't have an API like that. Hey, thank you, Dave, for the donation. You're saying long-time subscriber, first-time commenter. Thank you for all you do. You're absolutely welcome. Thank you for your support. Oh, there's even a little bling. Oh, and it does say it on the screen. Okay. That's strange. Interesting. Yeah. I need to have at some point someone who explains to me all that kind of streaming tech, because there is so many like tools, but all of these tools are either complex to use or don't have the features you want. So you have to have a mix and match of these different tools. It's very complex to get your head around, at least for me. Okay, so we need to clean up these roses here a little bit more. Let's do this right now. So thank you very much, Dave, for that. Let's make this a little bit harder here. What is the opacity? Okay, again, I'm slipping over there. Let's do it like this. Okay, so just, oh no, this was too much. Although you don't really see that. Okay, so never mind. Okay, so the next stop is going to be Luminar Ai. They did an update. I was thinking about doing a video about that for the longest time. I really have to do a video. Although right now it's like super too late to do that. It's like half a year old or something, the update. But yeah, still, I think still a lot of people haven't seen it yet, especially if you don't use the software, so that's still okay, right? And okay, that looks pretty okay. What else do we want to do here? Where's the other roses? There's one. Okay. And I don't know about you. Maybe I think I'm like, not many people do that. In my mind is always racing around, trying to improve and to like, where do I want to go? Where do I want to be in the next year? Stuff like that. So I'm reading a ton of books about that stuff and asking a lot of questions and just like trying to figure out how to develop and, I don't know, also try out things, test out things that I could do with my life, right? Because everything is a journey, and you can go much farther than you think, especially if you see other people do it, because they just try it. Then that's the most important thing. They just give it a shot, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. As long as you don't risk anything, there isn't really a problem with that, but you still need to have the balls to do that. And this is the biggest thing, right? Because often even the things that have no risk to us at all are things that we just don't do, you know? Like going to Asia and see if I can live there and work there, right? Like I said, doing my channel, not working there locally. Okay, I think we kind of fixed everything here. Hey, wow, thank you, Henrik, for the donation. Really cool. Awesome. Like I said, if you do it through YouTube, there is no pop-up on the screen for that, although it does pick it up here. So I have to figure that out. But thank you very much, Henrik, for the donation. It's really cool. You inspire me to create more Affinity content as well. That's awesome. That's really cool. Sinvo says, I would like to ask you to do you work like a pro in Affinity, or do you use, for example, Photoshop, or do you combine the programs? I combine a lot of programs. I have had a Photoshop subscription for, I don't know, let's say half a year or something, because I thought I need to check up on what they do and what they are doing on their side, so I can just have a look at that. Because for my channel, I need to have kind of an overview. But to be honest, I didn't really use it for anything, because I can do everything with Affinity Photo that I need to do. So, and I also wanted to look into Lightroom, which I also didn't really use in the meantime. But I use a lot of, like here, Photolab, which is really cool, this one here. And then Nik Collection. This one, Photolab 3, is pretty good for raw development. Nik Collection is pretty cool for stuff. Luminar Ai is pretty nice, and stuff like that, like different kinds of software tools. And right now I'm looking into the different things that Topaz Lab has to offer. I made, I think, 2 videos about that so far. And yeah, let's see where this goes. Okay, let's have a look at the overall composition here, and then we switch over to Luminar. This one up here is really not cool. That doesn't look good at all. What am I going to do with that? Maybe push it here and then below the leaf. Where's the leaf? I don't know. It's one of these. There we go. Is that good? Like so? I'm not happy with that one. Maybe I delete that. Maybe I delete both of them, because it's just like this mushy outside. It's just not looking good. So let's get rid of those. They are just not looking really interesting. Let's put this over here, because we don't really have a start for that. I can fade this a little bit here. So I'm trying to use the tricks you told me. Wait a second. Oh, this is awkward to use. There we go. Okay, let's blend this a little bit. And then push this in more like so. Okay, good. I mean, oh my God. Okay, so here we have to fix this. This was covered by the other flower, but now we can see that, so that's not good. But you can see it's really easy to fix that. There we go. A great inspiration too. Thank you very much, Jay. Kenneth says my ver of Infinity does not work well as the ones used online. I'm not sure what you mean by that. The version of Infinity? What Infinity? What do you mean by that? What is Infinity? Ah, you mean Affinity. Okay. Your version of Affinity doesn't work well. The ones you use online. I'm not sure what you mean by use online. You mean like online photo editing software? Something like that, maybe? There's several tools you can use, like Canva, for example, or other online editors. Should we put this down here somewhere? I feel like I want to put this here, and then also maybe, let's make this a little bit darker. Let's paint on this a little bit here. Reduce the opacity. There we go. So we have this sinking in a little bit, and then also we have here a little bit of the problem where we have to clean this up. So that's pretty cool. So let's make a little scan over everything to see if there are any more problems we have to look at. That looks pretty good. I know that the sharpness is not the same. Oh my God, this one looks really terrible. Which one is this? It's also too bright for down here. So let's fix this real quick. Pull down the brightness. Okay, and then also erase the outsides. Okay, so the main goal today is just to make some, like, get some stuff ready that I can put on Instagram, because I haven't posted there in ages. So I want to, like, just finish some of my works. Hey, wow, another donation. What's going on today? Luxury Card Store. Hi, thanks for the donation. Nick Nim's YouTube channel has dozens on how to live stream videos. His brother D Nin's channel has dozens of how to live stream on your cell phone. Nick and D are Americans that live in Thailand. Really? Oh, I have to check that out. Nick Nim's how to live streams. I have to check that out. Interesting. Let me just look that up so I can bookmark that. 1 second. Oh, there we go. And he's living in Thailand. Oh, he has 700,000 subscribers. Oh, he's one of those how to grow your channel subscribers, YouTubers. If you know him, maybe tell him about me, because I think if I message him, he will think I'm like just too small to be of interest. But maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. But again, thank you for the donation, and thank you for the tip on contacting him. Lashes. What problem? What? What were you talking about, Larissa? Something with lashes? Are the lashes again problematic? Oh, do we need to fix those? We can do that. Let's do this real quick. Okay, so we're gonna take our okay, this time I'm gonna do it like this. Yeah, let's do it like this. So let's make a new layer here. Boom, and we call this lashes. There we go. And then I will just say current layer and below, or layers beneath is better. And then we will just like put this in here. Let's make this 80%. Is that okay? I feel like I could just paint this in, because this is like so dark, but maybe let's not try that. Oh, wait, should I just paint that? Never mind. Maybe we can also fix this. It's not that important, but let's put this over here. By the way, you can go here and say align source, and then this connect that. You see this hook up here, align source. If I make that hook away, it's staying at the starting point. So you can just go along here, and you can see it's always taking from that source. So that can make the process also a lot faster. And then you just use your arrow keys to rotate the source a little bit. So it's kind of lining up with what you want to put in there, you see? Like this. So this can actually be a lot faster. Although I completely messed up the upper part here. So I will simply, let's see. Let's reset the rotation here, and then just paint over this a little bit. So this is getting darker again. There we go. So that should be good. And then we will do the same thing over here. No, that's not good. Oh, so now I'm kind of having the problem that I'm not seeing where I'm... What is going on right now? Oh, okay. I'm learning some new stuff today. Did you know that you can rotate the canvas by holding Alt and using your mouse wheel? I had no idea that's possible. That's interesting. But how do I reset that? Okay, now it's like, that should be okay. Oh, that was bad. Okay, 1 second. Let's... Is that okay? I feel like there's something amiss here. Somehow this is not looking so great right now. 1 second. Let's make this a little bit bigger here. That's better. Is that better? I guess making your donations. You can go down in the chat. So there's 2 ways. If you want to have a pop-up on the screen, you can use the sticky link that I put on top. That's one way. And the other way is you can click on the $ below the chat, which creates a super chat where you can also send the messages. I'm not sure if you can see that right now. Wait a second. If I pop out the chat, can I see that? No, I can't. Okay, that's strange. So, yeah, there's like a $ down there, and you can click on that. And this will then ask you to send a super chat, and then you can define a donation from that. Nico's live for several hours every Saturday, starting 9:30 a.m. And his brother goes live almost every Sunday night. Okay, wow, that's awesome. Interesting. Cut out flowers and place them via layers. Yes, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And then I'm just trying to fix the eyelashes a little bit. And right now it looks a little bit strange. So I think I'm going to use over here the patch tool. And let's see if we can, let's make a new layer here. And then layers and below. And then I will want to fix this section here and fill it with this. So maybe that would have been the better kind of way to do that. Let's move this over here. You can see it's pretty fast. There we go. So yeah, that's good. That's a lot better. Hey, thank you very much, Che. Lots of donations. What's going on today? I feel like it's my birthday today. That's really awesome. Got it. I've learned something new today too. How to make donations. Awesome. Thank you very much. I hope you always learn some stuff in my stream. Okay, so now we have done this. The next step, I think this is pretty good. Maybe some things are a little bit unbalanced. So I'm on the edge of being too conservative about the next steps here. So I just need to push myself to move on. Maybe I want to make this a little bit darker here though. Let's make this a little bit cooler also. There we go. Okay, so let's just move on from here. Okay, so I will save this, and then I also will export this as a JPEG, and then we will go to this is the AP version. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna go over to Luminar AI and try to work with that. Yes, I found it by accident and don't know how to come back. Yeah, me neither. I have to figure that out. I just rotated it back. until it felt like it's straight again. Okay, so you go on the plus up here and then add image, and then you just add the image you want to edit, which is cool about Luminar AI, that you can do that. And then you have these templates, and they suggest to you templates you could use. And also you have the choice from all these templates down here. And these are templates collections. These are not templates. And you could also get more templates if you want to. I think that means you have to buy them. Okay, so let's have a look here what they suggest. So they say filmic collection. There's this kind of black and white thing. That's not good. This is too colorful. Nostalgic. That's kind of good, right? That's not too bad. I don't like the the grain it's using, but other than that, fine. Okay, it's stuck. Oh, there we go. Whew, that's very dark. Comfort mood? I don't know. There's a problem with the lipstick. I think we have to fix that. Wait a second. Let me see. Do we need to fix that? How will we... It's uneven, right? Should we use Liquify for that, or... Okay, I will open up the JPEG 1 second. And then let's have a look at Liquify here. Zoom into the picture. Make the brush smaller. And also very soft. Like very slow is what I mean with that. Is that better? Let's make this very small here. Bit bigger maybe. Maintain smooth streaming. Oh, is my computer getting very slow right now, right? Because of the editing. I think I need to close some of the pictures. I hope the stream is still good. Man, let's turn off this mesh. This is not good. Okay, let's just leave it like that. I will save that. And then the question is if this, I will close Affinity Photo completely, so we don't have all that power in here, and then I will just re-add the picture. If this works. Let's remove it from here 1 second. Remove and edit again. Okay, okay, good. So now we can play around with the templates again and just see what we can do with that. Convert looks eerie. Convert? What convert? Comfort? You mean comfort maybe? So here we have some more styles. Too colorful, micro worlds, kind of nice, but strange colors. Ooh, okay. It's all too colorful. Influencer, interesting, okay. Evening glow, okay, that's nice. Right now I'm not too happy. I saw some better styles today, but this is kind of, let's see, frosty. Ooh. Okay, that's kind of very strange, especially the lips look very strange, but I mean, it's kind of cool also. Okay, I'm kind of missing the styles that I saw today before I did this stuff. Because they use some cool overlays, but maybe we can also do that ourselves. Scenery, big city. Let's go with scenery here. Fast fix. No. No, I want to have this kind of art look. That looks neat. Which one? you have to write which one. Otherwise, I don't know. Experimental. Let's have a look at that. Cold frame. I think this was the one. Yes, that's more like it. Where you have these kind of effects on that. There is celebrate. This is too colorful. Burned film. Too colorful. Ramp. Black and white. No. This is meh. Oh, this is kind of interesting. So this is called feather light. This is actually not too bad. Could we like move these textures here a little bit around? I mean, this is kind of interesting. So let's have a look at that. I'm not sure if we can make duplicates in this software. By the way, this is the update that now everything you can do is in one big list. And that makes it like a lot easier to work with, because you can just go through that and like edit everything at the same time. Let's see with the accent. So let's keep that a little bit lower. So we can now play around with that. There is also this composition AI, which tries to figure out for you what you can do with that. Although right now it's made the same composition. Light as shot, white balance. We can play around with that. Ooh, okay. Should we make it warmer or cooler? There's a problem with the selection up here. But we can make a vignette around that. This is what I wanted to do anyway. So let's see if we can fix it like that. Otherwise, I have to go a little bit back and fix that. I think we have to fix that. Landscape. That seems more structured. A lot of searching. What do you mean? Like going through the different presets? Ooh, this is also nice. 1960. Can I save this somehow? Because I'm not using this too much myself. I think there should be a way to save this. Ah, yeah, here, save. I hope it gives me, oh yeah, edit it. Okay. Okay, cool. So let's, I have to fix this up here real quick. So let's remove this again from the catalog. So we already have some nice contenders here. So that's pretty cool. Oh, we can also close this, by the way. There we go. And then we can open up this here. Good. Is the stream smooth, or do you have is it dropping? Because it tells me that something is wrong with the stream. Okay, you can even see it here. So this is just like, or is this just like a light? No, it's not a light around it. Okay. So I just have to fix that real quick. Why is this just one layer? Oh no, that's okay. That's good. That's good. Where are the leaves? Where are the leaves? There's the leaf. Okay, cool. Is this the one? No. This one? No. This one? No. Don't tell me this is the actual leaf from the picture. It is. So this is not a cutout problem. This is actually how it looks. So this is the reflection of my light that is just bent by the surface of the water in that way. So it looks like it's a bad selection around the picture. That is not great. This also needs to be a little bit darker, by the way. What are we doing about that? I will put a layer here, and then I will take a brush and just see when we paint on that with the same color. Let's see, when I take this kind of blue here and then paint on that, if we can get rid of that, because it just looks like I did a bad selection of the leaf. So that's not what should happen here. Okay, so that's actually better. Or what do you think? Now here we have an area that's a little bit messy right now. I want to make this a little bit darker here. So that's a lot better. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's basically fixed it. Maybe make this a little bit darker here. Okay, good. So that's good. Let's export this again. Let's save it first, and then let's also rename this fix leaf. I think leaf is different. It's like this, right? Never mind. Okay. So let's go here. What is the time, by the way? Oh, 1 hour 18. Okay, that's good. So I wanted to do like 2 or 3 pictures today, but maybe we are not going to reach that. Let's save over this real quick here. Good. Import this here again. Okay, and now the good question is, where do I have my variations in here from these? Oh, your templates. Okay, cool. My templates. There we go. Awesome. Okay, good. So we can edit more with that. Stream is okay. Okay, that's cool. Make a logo? No. I have a photo editing channel. I'm not doing design. Templates can be edited. Yes, yeah. That's what I did. That's what we're doing right now. Okay, so I want to make maybe different versions of this. Let's see the contrast. That is pretty cool. It has a little bit of a, I don't know, a little bit sci-fi touch right now. Okay, let's keep it like that. What is toning? What can we do here? Ooh. Ooh. So I could like give it like a green touch. I have to say, like, Luminar really ramped up their game with the latest updates. This is a lot better than what they had in the past. I like the green. I kind of like these eerie pictures. I'm probably sure she's not going to like that, the model, because she likes the more like nice princess look, but I like these more eerie, a little bit strange looking pictures from the atmosphere. Mystical is also nice, but I think in this case it's just too much. Although a little bit could be nice. It makes everything a little bit softer, so maybe a touch of that, like a hint. Like so, that's not too bad. The water is very blue right now, so maybe we have to think about that a little bit to remove that. Is that part of toning? No. Well, kind of. Maybe I should leave the toning thing out. Or let's see, another color. The highlights. Oh, you can have the highlights differently. Oh. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that. Stream is fine. Okay, the picture would make a great cover for a horror film. Really? You think it's that bad? I think I have a very different understanding of beauty and aesthetics than most other people. Because for me, that doesn't really look that horrific. It's more like nice. Can we fix the skin with this? Yes, it does. But, takes away too much shine removal. Oh. No, let's not do that. No. Body, high key. What is high key? Oh, okay, no. Don't want to do that. Optics, defringe, no. Super contrast, color harmony. Oh. Okay. Okay, and let's not use that. Okay, let's go back to the vignette. And I really like that now everything is in one big pile of settings, because that makes it very fast to go forward and backward between these elements. Okay, so there is already a vignette applied. Okay, I did that vignette last time and we saved that, right? So that's why that is there. Let's see down here, dodge and burn. Do we want to dodge and burn some stuff? I'm not sure if I want to do it in here, because I don't know how to use that tool in Luminar Ai. The thing I'm worried about is how blue this is up here right now. So that looks a little bit strange. Where do we have, there's a color. Vibrance. What the hell is this? Oh, that was like just the preview messing up. Oh, the vibrance is pretty extreme in Luminar Ai. Interesting. By the way, you can also create masks here. So for example, if I desaturate that, and then I can create a mask here, add mask, I can just apply to some areas. Remove color cast. Wait a second, if we use that and then create a mask and I paint this on here. Why is it so bright over here now? No, that's strange. Let's undo this. Okay. Maybe HSL adjustment. Hi, Volker. Thanks for joining. I like the look too, atmospheric. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And we can make multiple looks. So this is just one of them. And I'm not sure here if you can make digital copies or not. We have to figure that out in a second. But I think I will save this and then edit it a little bit more in Affinity Photo, because that blue up here is not so great, and I'm not quite sure how to do that in Affinity in Luminar Ai. This border here also looks a little bit strange. I'm not sure if this is part of the edit. Oh, we can have a before and after. No, that's actually also part of the original image. But I like how this became this kind of eerie looking picture now. So that's pretty awesome. So let's export this. Save photo to disk. Yes, please. Okay. Oh, you can also go to SmugMug and 500 pics. That's pretty cool. Resolution 240. Interesting. Okay. So we will call this AI. Or let's call it Lumi. Lumi version 01. There we go. Export this. This might take a while. We can also look at Nick collection, what we can do there, and we can also look at what we could do with Affinity Photo a little bit. I think, did it already export, or is there something else that needs to happen? No, that's here already, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's go here and see if I can make a digital copy. Apparently not, which is very strange. Why is that not possible? That should be like a basic thing in these kind of programs, that you can make just a copy and then apply different settings to the same image. Create an album, remove from single, move to Dresh. Huh, that's very strange. Okay, so I guess, could you use some serious using your package at, what? Could you use some serious using your packages as a bit more to get more ideas on how to make the best of it. Ah, you mean with the creative packs? Yeah, I should use them more often in my videos. That's true. That's absolutely true. I was thinking about that, by the way, today, before I was starting the stream. I was thinking I should probably make more streams where I use my packs to create some interesting things with them, right? What is essence? Oh no, these are just like basic things. Let's go in here because we had this other thing. That's not it. This is the one I think we celebrate with that. No, that's too colorful. Okay, let's play with this a little bit. What does structure do? Boost. Apparently nothing. Okay, strange. Okay, something is not working right now because this is not changing anything in the image. Atmosphere. Mood. Is this broken right now? The preview is not working right now. Wait, did this? Oh no, okay, that's okay, good. Show an Explorer. No, that's this one. I don't understand why now. Right now it seems to be broken. Oh, now it's working again. Okay, I don't know what that was. Strange. Okay. So let's play around a little bit with this more. Soft focus. No, don't want to do that. What do we want to do here? Let's again first have a look at the vignette. By the way, can you also say here, choose the subject and then like place the vignette a little bit from the center, so I can put it more up here and it's like darker down here, so that's pretty nice. You can also set the size of the vignette, so that's pretty cool. Landscape, does this do something? Golden hour? Ah, okay. By the way, I don't know where this is creating these overlays that we've seen before. Augmented sky, I don't think that's it. Ah, there's fog layers. You can have mist too, but why is it up here? Ah, okay. So this is in the lower part. Mist is in the upper part, which is also kind of nice. I don't think I can rotate that around, right? This is in the lower part again. And fog is in the upper part again, mostly. Okay. So let's not use that. Smart contrast. Let's see. I need to keep this bright because I always have the kind of tendency to go very dark with my pictures, so shouldn't do this right now. Let's see with the vibrance. This is also nice, where you have a picture that's like rather removed. So now, right now we have mainly the red values in here. So that's also pretty interesting. We can keep it like that, actually. Leave that. Let's see for the drama part. But this just makes that thing. So where was the other one? Mystical. Nah. That makes it too strange. Glow. Orton effect. Not really. Glow is actually best. This one is also not too bad. Okay. All right. So that's kind of interesting too. I think we can keep this as the second version. Let's export this. Save Lumi02. Okay, export. Takes a little bit, sorry. Hi Isa, thanks for joining. We should start with the review of the challenge for this week. Let me quickly have a look at that inside of Affinity Photo, and then we are going to start the review of the challenge. And afterwards, like I said today, I'm streaming a little bit longer. I'm going to work a little bit more on the pictures. I just want to have open them up here. So these are basically the 3 versions we have right now. It's pretty cool. I really like the new stuff that Luminar Ai can do. They are both pretty interesting. This, I don't like the blue here. That's a little bit much. But let's have a look here. If I go with HSL, and then I'm going to select with the color picker this color up here, and then desaturate that a little bit. So, or maybe color shift it also a little bit. Although, I mean, it's too much. So let's see. This is with the blue, and this is without the blue. It's actually better, right? Without the blue, it's a little bit more... It fits better to the orange. The other blue is like too intense. It's also a little bit violet blue, and this is now more like a cool blue. And this is the other version. And then here, I mean, this is the original version we have created. And when you go here and have selective color, we can play around with that later on too. You have these things here, and then you can just like adjust them and create really interesting looks with that. For example, as you can see here, we can push up these colors. See, like that. You can be really playful with the selective color area of adjustment, not area, sorry, adjustment of Affinity Photo. And create an interesting combination of the colors. Doesn't do much. Can have a look here. Woo! There we go. No. No. Not really. Okay, so let's leave those. I mean, I can push them in a little bit maybe, so that's not too bad. So you can see with this one adjustment, we have created a completely different look. That's also kind of interesting. I can also go here. Sorry, we have to select the layer first, and then let's go to brightness and contrast. And just maybe push this up a little bit. We can make it a little bit more, well, softer. Okay. Now it's a lot more colorful than the other versions, but it's also kind of interesting. And then let's make a pixel layer here. I will take a brush. Yes, I want to have this in black. Make it larger, like so, even larger. Not that much. Again, I'm using the wrong thing. Let's go like this, like you suggested to me. Okay, hardness is 0, yes, and then I can just like basically kind of have a vignette effect, but only in the areas where I want it to be. So you can see now it's on the outside a little bit darker, but the flowers still are brighter. So that's kind of interesting. Good. So we have another version here. Interesting. Let me do one more thing, and then we switch over to the. Let's go here, for example, with Gaussian Blur, and set this to screen, and then preserve alpha and blur this. Come on. There we go. Maybe like this. Let's do it strong, and then we go to the blend ranges and do it like this. So it's a little bit of an Orton effect, basically. Let's reduce this a bit. Nah, maybe it's not really needed. Although it makes the picture brighter. Maybe that's not too bad. One more thing. Let's not get stuck in the one more thing loop. But let's try to go like so. Okay. So everything becomes a little bit cooler. There we go. Okay. Well, that could be a version. Are you working with a PC or a notebook? I'm working on a desktop PC right now. When I'm going to travel, I'm going to use my old laptop, which I have to test the next days if that actually works. If not, I have to just do like a little bit simpler things at that time, but that should still be okay. I don't always have to use like tons of layers to create stuff. Okay. Okay, one more thing. I swear, and then we really do the other thing. I just thought about the depth of field. We can try that. Sorry, that's the wrong one. I want to go like, no, that's the wrong one again. Yes, I want to go like this. Put this over here, over her face. Go really wide. And also with this one here, go really wide to the outside, like so. Make this even bigger here. Push this in a little bit again, like so. Okay, and now let's see if we, when we use the radius, like so. Some more clarity? No. No. Vibrance? No. Like this. And so now we have we have a blur vignette, basically. You know what I mean? Where like in the center it's sharper, but on the outside it's more blurred. Which, by the way, we should actually do that. So I will create an unsharpened mask here, like so, and then set this to, let's say, 1. Let's go with 1.5 here. And also the factor, let's go with 1 here. Maybe not. 0.8 is good. Invert that layer, invert, and then paint this in with white. 1 second, only over the face, like so. Is that even doing anything? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, the thing wasn't updating, the mask preview. And so now, as you can see here, we have a blurry outside on the picture, and then we have a sharp inside. And so it's kind of more of a center focus on the image, right? Okay, let's save this. Save as P art version. Boom. Okay, and then we can go and look at the challenge. Sorry, my brain is stuck again. Whew. All right. Let me open up Facebook here real quick and search for the challenge, and then we can have a look at that. Where is that? There we go. I think there were not too many contenders this time. Maybe the phrasing was a little bit strange though. So maybe that's my fault. So the idea this time was that you go to Pinterest and look for pictures. Like I've shown you before. Where's my... Did I close everything? Oh no, there we go. Like for example, you have all these pictures here and stuff like that. All that stuff. And you just find something interesting and say, hey, that's interesting. I like this kind of edit. I like this kind of look from the color, stuff like that. And then you take one of your own pictures and edit it in a similar way. That was the idea. Oh, this is pretty cool here, right there. And just so to... The interesting thing here is to pick up on what kind of colors are used and what kind of composition is being used. So you don't have to do the exact same thing. It's more about understanding how colors are combined in these kind of pictures and why they are combined in a certain way. So you can learn a lot from that, and also with the composition and with the light and how the eye is guided. So you can learn really a lot from, for example, if you look at this picture and then you try to find something similar maybe on Unsplash, and just try if you can see if you can get the colors in that kind of area, where you can see like this kind of faded, muted brown tone on the skin, and then you have these blue tones in the white is the white tones have this blue light, blue morning light, and all the other colors that you find in the picture on the flowers and stuff like that also have this kind of muted brown that you find on the skin tone. So it's kind of reducing it to just these two colors, right? So that was basically the challenge. Or also if you have some kind of fantasy composites or stuff like that, just to learn from that how these things are created. Fantasy composite. Let's see. I don't know. Is there anything interesting here? God, there's a lot of not so great stuff right now that I'm seeing. Yeah, I mean, for example, this could be a good example, or this one, where, for example, here you can see how when you look at what is this called? The little catching tool that he's using is exactly at a point where from the contrast from the background, you can see that this is there, even though it's a small detail in the picture. You can easily see it because the background is at the same time very bright and also very doesn't have a lot of details in there, right? Because it's just these clouds. There's nothing specific you have to see in the clouds, and so the eye can easily catch that detail without a problem. So this is why this is there. If this thing would be in front of the island here, if in front of that mountain, then you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't know what's going on. But so you have a pretty good connection between, well, the person and the background, but also between the person and the whale that's flying in the sky. in the sense of where the direction of this tool is going, right? It's pointing at the whale in the sky, right? So that's also interesting. Okay, let's go over to, where is our Facebook? No, this is not it. This is it. Okay, there we go. Good. Be a real challenge, never done this. Okay, I hope you post something. Let's have a look at what Niels has been posting. Okay, so yeah, this is the picture that he, did you create that, really? Interesting. Or I'm not sure what you did there. Or did you like find the picture and then edit it at the with the colors like that? So this was your inspiration here with the smoking girl, which is pretty cool. But what did you do on that one? Let's have a look here. You can right click, search Google image. No, there we go. Cosplay Elizabeth by Disharmonica. So you changed the colors at that one, I assume. So that's a little bit difficult to figure out. But I mean, here the colors are more intense. So this is something you've changed, which I actually find your edit better because it's like it brings the person more into the foreground. So it's pretty interesting to have these rather reduced colors for everything, like the wall here and that light over here, and then have more color and more contrast on her face and on the smoke that she's blowing. So this area here, her chest and her face are the brightest areas, and the smoke. So you really are more focused on that. While when you look at this picture here, there is so much like going on. Is this on Pinterest? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. You see there's a lot of stuff going on in the colors in the background and with the lamp back here that's really attention grabbing. So it's a cool picture, but from the editing, the attention is more all over the place, while here the attention is more focused. So that's a pretty cool edit. That's really interesting how you changed that and made it more focused. So that's really cool. Affinity has 3 workbooks, but you can learn much from watching the many videos. Yes, absolutely. Yes, a ton of stuff. The books are also good because they're like the workbook means that you have actual work projects that you are that they are about. So they pick out one complete project and go through the different steps, and then the next chapter is a different project. So it's not explaining the software as much as giving you inspirational things to do, and you can follow the project. You can also download the files, and that's a good kind of learning experience. It's like online courses basically for individual projects. So pretty cool. Thank you very much, Niels. Really interesting edit. Let's go to the next one from Oliver. Did he? Oh yeah, there we go. So here we have basically a flying car, burning wheels, lots of stickers on the car with some kids. And this is the inspirational picture. Wow. Well, let's close this stuff here. So yeah, you came pretty close to that. That's pretty awesome. Interesting. In your picture, even the direction of the car is better because the direction from right to left is more like a homecoming direction. And then if you go the other way from left to right, this is a going away. So if you want to have a character go from the home into the adventure, you want to move it from the left to the right side of the picture, not from the right side to the left side like it's here. It's going up, so that's the right thing, but it's going in the wrong direction basically in that sense. But maybe this is also oh no, you can actually see the individual pictures here. So this is actually a project. Let's open this up on Behance real quick. So there's even a bigger version here. Custom. I hate these things. Enable all. Okay, let's just do this. Got it. Okay, there we go. Pretty cool. Editing hours 18. You can see how long that takes, right? So this is like when you say, oh, your streams are too long, Olivio. this is why, you know, when in the past I did like 6-7 hour streams, now I do 2-hour streams. You can't finish a project in 2 hours. It's impossible. So this is like 18 hours. That's actually still pretty fast for that. Pretty cool edit here. I just would have like made it the other way around, but other than that, it's pretty cool. It's very nice, very nice. Okay, so he also took the pictures, or she took the pictures themselves and put it into that landscape picture. Pretty cool. Very nice edit. Sorry, let's go back to Oliver. And you can see the difference. And here is one thing you like should do and should not do. Be inspired by this from the quality and from the artistic value and from the things you can learn. But what you should not do is compare yourself to that, because this is on like a level where this person has a lot of experience and skill to do that. So of course your version is not going to look as good, but when you do this over several years, your version and this version is probably going to look the same, because you need all the experience. So just knowing the steps doesn't bring you there. You also have to do the experience too. So that's really important. Don't compare yourself to the stuff you find online, but take inspiration from that and then compare yourself to your older version, like what you have done a half a year ago, which probably is worse than now. So you can see that you make progress over time, right? And this is really cool. This is a really good starting point here from all the elements you put in here. So very nice. And I mean, it's pretty cool also from learning from this, the different elements that are in here, right? To see what you want to put here. I don't know if these stickers are applied by you or if they have been on the original picture, but this could be interesting details, right? Where you say, these are the places that the kids have already been at, right? And other kind of details that give you a little bit more of story details to put into the picture. So for example, again, if you look at this kind of composition here, there's a lot of different things in here that give you some more information on who the kids are and what's going on. Like for example, here you have some suitcases and she is having this little not binocular but monocular, what is it called, this kind of like tool which has this kind of adventure thing to us in our minds. She's trying to search for the way, or maybe looking at the stars to find the direction. He's like raising the flag of their team, basically, with this teddy bear up here with the eye patch. So it has a little bit of a pirate thing, although I don't think they're pirates because this looks pretty positive still. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. There's a lot of interesting little details in here. Also this kind of stuff that he built or she built under this car here as additional elements of the engine, and up here also some other engine stuff. So you know that they modified that car into stuff. There is even a little owl here in the background. Let's make this, can we make this bigger? Not really. You can see they even brought a little owl in here. Or is it a sheep? Is it an owl or a sheep? No, it's an owl, right? So they have a little pet with them. So it's pretty cool. So to learn from how to combine these elements to create a more interesting story, that is also an important part from that, right? Okay, but still pretty cool. Very nice. Let's go on to the next one. Ooh, what do we have here? Okay. Let's see. So this is what you edited. Oh, with the headphones. Now, the problem is I don't know what you actually edited on the picture. So I should have asked to also maybe post the original picture and stuff like that. So this is the starting point, which is very nice, again, from the colors. And you can see how much the change in the color to push it into certain expressions color-wise from the mood it really has a huge impact on the expression of the picture, right? So you did a lot of stuff in here that's similar. So that's pretty cool to bring these colors together, from the lipstick to the flowers. They are similar from the pink. That's pretty cool. And like I said, I don't really know what you edited here. I really like the idea of these kind of headphones with all these, what do you call them? Pearls, the pearls on them. So it's pretty cool. Reminds me a little bit of the movie Spaceballs, although there it's hairs, like these kind of Leia hairs, but there's headphones. So it's pretty cool. Telescope, yes. Absolutely, that's it, telescope. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's very nice. The headphones are kind of, there is this little gap here, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe you copied this over from another picture to put it on her head. But yeah, it's still pretty cool. Also here that the shadow is suddenly breaking up, so there's something else you covered up over here. Maybe she had some hair here on her face, and that is still kind of showing through or something. I'm not sure. You can see here, there's like this brighter stripe going down here, and there's a brighter stripe going down here. So that looks like there was a different kind of haircut over the face at the beginning. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's interesting. Yeah. And yeah, it's also a very interesting example from here. I think you mainly try to combine to get the color look like that, right? The artistic expression rather than the rest that's going on, because she has this kind of crazy hairdo here while you put on the headphones. So it's not, you didn't try to copy the composition, right? Interesting, really cool. Also with the gray background is interesting. So you have more this kind of abstract layer behind her. Which is also interesting with specifically with portraits or with still lifes, that you have these empty backgrounds basically. So you are just focused on the main subject, and this becomes kind of a sculpture at that point because it's so put into your how do I say, attention at that point, that the subject becomes the main artwork itself, right? Okay, interesting. Is there a way to see photos that you have taken? Not really too many, because the most stuff that I've posted, you can look at my Instagram if you want to. Most of the stuff I've posted online are edited pictures, which are based on the stuff that I found on Unsplash. So I just combined different pictures. I mean, all of the pictures I'm showing here, I've done in the live stream. So you can also find them in real time, the live stream. I mean, I also made these kind of time lapses here for some of them. Yeah, so, and then you find the pictures of her up here, and these are my own pictures. So this is a more elaborate edit with these kind of overlays here. Sorry, I need to do more of that. And these are more like just editing the colors a little bit and the skin and retouching the picture a bit. I should also do more of that. That's just a retouching process. Yeah, and here's also mainly retouching everything and having this kind of color concept also where you have this. And here the problem is that the background is too dark, which I kind of tend to. As you can see here, there's ivy behind that. It should be like more visible, but I often tend to go very dark in the surrounding of the person. I need to push myself away from that. Also, these edits here, stuff like that. Oh, there's another picture that I've taken. This one, which is also heavily edited. This is the original sky, but very much edited. So it has these beautiful colors and stuff like that, which are kind of original colors. So I didn't paint in any colors. It was more edited. Okay, I will link that in the chat. All right, and I need to post more, so this is why I want to do some edits today, so I have more of that stuff. Let's close this down. Actually, I'm going to bookmark this for later. Okay, I bookmarked the wrong one. I wanted to bookmark this one. No, wait, now go away. Oh, can I not go back to the page? Well, I have the other link, so that should be enough, right? Yes, that's good. Okay, perfect. So let's go back here. Okay, here's another one by Kara. The last one was by Marcus. Thank you very much, Marcus. So here we have the inspiration. Oh, you took a screenshot. Well, that's also good. You can see the source here, so that's cool. With the lollipops. Oh, interesting. And you can see again how the color is reduced. Everything is pink, and then you have these multicolor lollipops. So that's a big part of like composition, is to also organize the colors in a useful way and not just have any kind of colors in there, but like have a certain idea how the harmony, basically the harmony of colors is very similar to the harmonies of music notes. sounds, basically. Not in the sense of how they work mathematically, but in the sense of how you feel towards the works. If you use the harmonies in an interesting way, you can create a really interesting music piece. And in photography, if you use the color harmonies in an interesting way, you can create a really interesting photograph or a picture, stuff like that. So that's a large part of that. So that's pretty cool. So I guess you took this picture yourself with these elements. Pretty cool that you got these lollipops at the moment. So it's very nice. And finding props is not that easy. Yeah, so pretty cool. You could have maybe enlarged them in Affinity Photo, but it's also still cool like that. And you decided to just go like black and white and then have these in full color. So that's also very nice. Very cool. And it's really cool to go into all these kind of inspiration and make collections of that and just try around with these different things you can do with pictures, right? And I would really, as I always do, encourage you to do these boards, to create these collections, because coming up with your own ideas for composition and expression through composition is really hard and takes a lot of experience. So you have a certain shortcut by just figuring that out by looking at these other works. And because Pinterest also works on your phone, you can just make a collection for one project and then bring it with you on your phone and go through the different things. So you have a reference when you take the picture on what kind of things to look for, stuff like that. And still, you're going to do a thousand things wrong at that point, but don't worry about that. It's all about getting the experience. It's better to make a lot of mistakes and get the experience than to try to be perfect and make very little works at the same time, because the experience is the more important part of the process, right? Of getting good. All right. Following Instagram. Thank you very much. It's awesome. Did I read all the messages? Okay. There's one with Cyberpunk here. So the last one was from Kara. Thank you very much, Kara. Here's the next one. Let's have a look at that. What do we get here? Whoops, that's my one. Okay, interesting. Showcase of my mind-blowing concept art. Okay, interesting. That looks a little bit like Blade Runner with these flying cars, floating cars. Oh, okay, interesting. Did you base that maybe on one of my tutorials where I make this sci-fi city with this mirrored, with the mirrored city and then with some more editing. So that's pretty cool. It's really interesting that you decided to use it sideways rather than like this, horizontal. So all these roads are basically sticking to the side and look more like power lines. So that's an interesting decision to do it like that. Yeah. Okay, cool. But it's very nice. Yeah. And I mean, again, when you look at the pictures, I would also suggest to always analyze these pictures a little bit. Let's open this up in a new layer here. So you can see, first of all, when you look at the picture, that, again, the harmonies and the color concept guides the eye and gives you certain different associations with the things that you can see in the picture. So for example, you can see that down here at the street level, you have these kind of red and warm colors, and they are very different from these more blue and cold colors you find up here in the higher parts of the picture. And also they separate the different areas of the picture. So you can see that basically here you have this diagonal line, and everything below that line has this kind of orange tone. And then everything above that line is getting colder and colder when it's going up here into that sky area. So that's interesting. And then you can also see that all these, or not all, but some of the structures have these lights around them to highlight them. Also that building up here and that sky bridge up here, they have a little bit of this light, which also makes it look more like high-tech sci-fi to get that into the picture. But also at the same time, it creates lines that guides the eye, and it creates structures in the picture. So you see that, because otherwise, if you just have these structures here, everything would melt together and you just have like a very flat image of a city, right? And so you have now these bright lines, and they separate from the darker background around them. And so you can like clearly see the building and the sky bridge up here. Imagine the sky bridge without that bright line. You wouldn't really see much of that. It wouldn't stand out to you, but now it does. And these, especially these sky bridges, are pretty important to give you an imagination or an idea of the different levels. So you can see that the city is not just ground level and then skyscrapers, but it's the life is happening on different levels at the same time. So also up there you can find streets and you can find people walking and bars and all these kind of things, right? So this kind of concept we have from sci-fi cities, that they are not just like what we have, streets on the ground and then the houses rising to the sky, right? So that's interesting. And this is, again, are elements that help you tell a story through these things, right? Okay, so let's go back here. Yeah, so pretty cool. And you can play around with that, right? It's very easy in Affinity Photo to just draw in some lines and then make a little bit of a glow effect around that. And then already you have created that. Let's copy this over real quick to Affinity Photo. 1 second. There we go. So you can see here, for example, if I go in here and I make a new layer and then give me a brush. This is way too big. 1 second. Let's make this small. How big is this? It's still too big. Let's go like this. Make it harder. Okay. That's still too big. Sorry. Yeah, let's go like that. Okay. And then I will just make it white in this case. Okay, so I will click here and then I click once here and then I'm simply holding the shift key and I click here and this is going to create a line. And then I'm doing the same thing here. I think this is a little bit off, but don't worry about that right now. Okay, like so. Okay, so we have created that. And I don't know, should we... this is not really connecting. But anyways, so we have right now these lines here. Let's also do these lines here real quick, like so. Go over here. Bloop. So we have created that. And then here, and then hold shift and click. Good. So now that we have created that, you simply go here to effects and to outer glow, and then you can make them glow, and you can of course also give them a color, and voila, you already have basically these kind of lights. And when you open this up here with this little cogwheel, you can also set the intensity to make them like really bright sci-fi lights in your composition, and just like that you can outline different kind of shapes and stuff like that and guide the eye and whatnot. So you can do some really interesting things with that. All right, there we go. Let's go back here. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Sorry. There we go. So thank you very much, Che. Pretty cool. Very interesting. Again, by the way, with the text, you can do the same thing. How many more do we have? Oh, 3 more. Okay, pretty good. So this is the next one from Michael. Thank you very much for creating this. So this is the idea. This is where that concept comes from. I think this is a little puppet here. Because of the details, I think it's more like a small, or is this a 3D render? Maybe, I don't think so. And then you have, is this Coruscant in the background? Coruscant? No, Coruscant. How do you pronounce that? I don't know. Okay, anyways, yeah. I think it's one of the Star Wars planets, maybe. And this is your version here. So it's also very nice. Okay. So 1 second, let's have a look here. So one thing you can see here, if you compare the two pictures, is that here again you have the stormtrooper, and let's put this in a new like this. Okay, good. So you can see you have the stormtrooper here, but then you have the background with the water, where in the water is a little bit busy, but you know from experience that there is nothing to look at in the water, and so you kind of the brain is kind of blending that out. It's kind of ignoring the background, and so this is why you can still see the stormtrooper pretty well in front of that water. What was that? Oh, I think it was a channel follow. Okay, never mind. Naboo. This is Naboo. Really interesting. Okay, cool. So this guy is still isolated. You can see him very well, and then as you can see from the way he's looking, you can imagine these lines going here, that he's looking at that building, right? Now, you try to make the same composition at the same time. What you did here is that the stuff around him is very busy, like the buildings here in the background, stuff like that. And he's kind of wedged in between this building here and that. So his head is like this in between the buildings, which looks a little bit uncomfortable. You know that he's not actually there, but you still feel the pressure on his head. And he's kind of wedged in with his body in that kind of area. So it feels a little bit uncomfortable. So it would have been better to maybe use another picture that is more similar to this kind of composition. Yeah. Also, in this case, like here you can see that you have this kind of, well, how can I say, military, strict war kind of type, and then in the background you have this more romantic background, also with the positive colors in there, right? Because he has this black and white and everything is kind of gray down here in this area, and then up here from the start where his body ends, basically in the upper line, you have all these nice warm colors suddenly, right? You have a nice blue sky and you have these orange tones in here, a little bit of these green tones. Everything looks kind of romantic and nice, and in the lower part is a little bit depressing. Down here where his body is, everything is gray tones. So there is a little bit of this kind of emotional journey from the lower part to the upper part where you feel this kind of, I have to look up for the word, 1 second. No, that's the wrong one. There we go. Desire, craving, longing, stuff like that, right? To be there, the desire to just like have peace, live in that city, have a nice day, fall in love, all these kind of things, you know? So the difference between the lower part and the upper part, right? Which here is kind of the question, why is he looking at that city right now? What is happening? What is the connection between these two? Also, if you look back at this picture, you can see that there is a plane or kind of these spaceships maybe landing, maybe starting. So there might be a connection between him and this ship up here. And there is not really elements here that connect him to the other side of the picture, right? So maybe take that into consideration with the composition. What do you want to do with that? What kind of emotional connection could be there? Yeah. And by the way, you will find that in a lot of classic compositions like that you have an area where there is less noise and then there is one with more noise, right? Like here. And also where the color is guided in a certain way. So if you look at a lot of other pictures like that, you can look down here, maybe we find something else. You can see it. This is like where the guy is melting into the background. Kind of hard to see, but so that's not a great example. Let's see. Do we find some other good examples here? Maybe. Let's see. What the hell's going on here? Okay. There's a lot of fan art here. Okay, never mind. Can't find anything right now. Maybe this one? No, not really. Okay, anyways. This is a very nice composition for this one. Okay, let's go to the next one from Matthäus. Oh, did you really build that? Let's see. Let's open this up. Wow. So this is the starting picture. Wow, pretty cool. Very nice. And this is, oh, this is too small. 1 second. There we go. Let's open this up in a new tab. There we go. Did you actually create that? That's pretty impressive. That's pretty cool. Wait a second. Let's search for this. Ah, I think you actually created that. That's pretty awesome. Very nice. Are you like a cosplayer yourself? You built the mask and stuff? Or did you maybe build that from different parts of other pictures? Or like other tools and make it look like a mask? Oh, there we go. You used 3D Blender to create that model? That is very impressive. I want to learn more about Blender too, because you can do some really cool thing, especially these kind of models that you can then put into pictures. So that's pretty awesome. I did not expect that this was a 3D rendering. It looks pretty realistic. This looks like plastic and everything, so that's pretty cool. Ah, I know this guy. I was thinking about, like, I know the jacket. You actually mirrored him, which is interesting. I guess maybe you did that to make him look more perfect, because you can see here from this picture that the buttons are just on one side. And then if you look over here and you realize that this is kind of connecting here, and then also these parts are looking a little bit different, like the hair, everything is completely mirrored to the other side. So that's pretty interesting. All right, that is a very good edit. And also very nicely compared to the original picture over here. So that's pretty cool. Very nice. Pretty good. You can see that there's a little bit of a color transition here, although it's kind of hard to do that in the picture, because you would have to paint in the, let's open this up here real quick, 1 second. You would have to paint in the light structures here, but you can see that a part of his face is blue, and then you have this pink light on the other side. And this is kind of a classic trick that is used, that you have these two colors, and because of these two colors, you highlight the structure of the surface. And then this gives kind of more of a 3D effect. So you have more space, more room in the picture to look at. You can see also with the nose here that because of these highlights that are going along here, and then you have these blue shapes, again, the surface has more shape, right? It has more form, and also has this kind of sci-fi theme, sci-fi look at the same time. So yeah, pretty cool. Really like your edit. Very nice. Very, very impressive. I also like how you painted in the head up here. I'm surprised that you actually, I think you painted it in here, right? And you didn't use like a head from another how can I say, from another face, like just a bald head from another photo, but it looks like this is painted in by hand. So it's pretty interesting. Very nice. Really cool edit. Really like that, especially the 3D mask part. Thank you very much, Mateus. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is the last one, actually. Oh, and there we don't really have a photo I took from a Benton glass house. We don't have your reference from Pinterest in this case. So maybe it doesn't have a reference from Pinterest. I don't know. Is this maybe from the last time? I don't know. Last challenge where we did this black and white challenge. It's still pretty cool. It's very interesting. Yeah, but I don't have anything to compare it to. But it's very nice edit. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Is by the way, one thing you might want to look out for. I don't know if this is actually in the picture like this, or this is through the editing, but you can see that there is kind of a halo around the bush over here. That can come from different forms of editing, from sharpening, for example, or other things, that you get a halo around these high contrast areas here in that part. Or maybe you brighten it up so the bushes are easily visible. I don't know, because I can't compare to any kind of original picture. But it's pretty interesting still. Okay, thank you very much for that. Let's go back to our editing process, right? Let's do this a little bit more. Oh, we are 2:20. Yeah, let's do a little bit more editing, right? If you're still with me, I want to do a little bit more work today. I know the stream is getting longer, but now we have finished the part. So people who have to go to sleep can go to sleep, and we can do a little bit more stuff over here. So we improved this already a little bit with HSL shift. And we created this. All right, now with a little bit of distance in between it, I don't like it anymore that much. Maybe that color thing was a little bit too much. It gives it some character. The pink seems too extreme right now. We can edit this. Hi, Frank. I saw other nice photos from the challenge, but they put it into the wrong place. Really? But where did they put that? I mean, That's not good. Let's have a look here. Well, the problem is, how can I figure out which is part of the challenge and which is not part of the challenge right now? I don't know. I don't know how to figure that out right now. There's maybe, okay, is this one? Is this? Oh, this is part of the challenge. So, okay, let's have a look here. Is there more? Let's have a look at this one, and then the others. Like, you really need to look at the like steps or the requirements, and whoops, and then post it under the challenge post so I can actually find that. Ooh, okay, nice. So this is also this kind of edit where you have more control over the colors and everything. You can see like this very bright. Let's open this up in a new tab here. You have all these very bright orange colors, and then the blue, first of all, is changed from the taste of the blue or the hue. I always say taste, and also more muted, also to give more contrast to the very nice intense orange colors, right? Because if the blue would be that intense too, that would just like be too much. So this is a nice combination. You really hit the tone. You see, if I jump backwards and forwards between these two pictures here, that the blue tone here is very close, if not the same. I think this one is a little bit more gray blue, and this one has a touch of green in here, I feel like. Okay, pretty interesting. You have some more intense green in here, which is interesting because here it's very reduced to just these two colors basically. And you can see the green bushes down here have been reduced to almost gray to just leave the orange and the blue. And here we have some green tones, but you can already also see how this is grabbing the eye, right? Because this is like just another color, and at the same time it is a contrasting color to the orange, right? So you have a contrast between this and this green here, and so they start to rival a little bit. If you reduce that more and take these parts out more, then you don't have that effect. Or maybe also try to have these parts here maybe also have that blue a little bit in here in the white and in the gray tones, just like a touch of that, right? Yeah, but still interesting, really cool. Thank you very much for that, JB. Awesome. Okay, so let's do a little bit more editing. I will close the other stuff here so we save a little bit on CPU. There we go. Where do we go? Here. Okay, let's go in here a little bit because I feel like the pink here is too much. Let's see. Okay, I can easily fix that. Let's reduce that a little bit. Like, really play around with this selective color adjustment because that has a lot of potential and can make it very fun to adjust the colors and separate them out also. So you can see now, for example, that the flowers have similar tones, all of them, right? So all the pink tones here in the flowers and the lips are similar. And then we basically only have these green and blue, sorry, green and yellow tones in here. And they are also kind of similar now, right? So that's interesting. If we turn this off, you can see that we have more colors. There's a little bit more all over the place. And here we have less colors in this one. And they don't bite each other that much, right? I'm still not super happy with that, to be honest. I don't think I'm going to post this one. This is the nice thing about using different software tools with these presets and the different kind of sliders you have, that you can just get into different kind of moods with that, and also have a different process and get different inspiration from these other tools. By the way, we also wanted to create one of these with Nick Collection, so we can do that right now. Let's open this up again. This is the original here. And then I'm going to go in here for Nick Collection. There we go. And let's go with color effects, where we have a lot of these artistic overlays and adjustments, right? From JB Tintin. Okay. Thank you very much, Dirk. Okay, so you can see here we have these recipes. You can also save your own recipes. And just by clicking them, you can go through them and just see like different versions of how that could look. Wow, this is also interesting. This has a little bit of like La Chapelle maybe touch. This kind of colorful thing with 3 different colors in here. Not like his stuff is obviously a lot better, but wow, okay. Getting really intense here. But that's a good thing, just to go through it. Oh, this is very dark. And this is what I like about Nik Collection, because it has a very intense options. Oh my god, that is pretty cool too. Wow. Okay, I feel like we can just save this. This is really cool. This is actually one of mine. One of my presets for this is the one that I used for the Skull Girl picture that I showed you before on Instagram. Yeah, I feel like this is how is it with the 7 dwarfs? Where is this? What's the English title? Where she eats the apple and then she sleeps, and this I feel like this has a little bit of that. That's pretty cool. Let's save this. I have to place the picture again afterwards. I wish there was an easy way to just say, make a copy layer. Don't save it on the layer for Nik Collection. Man, I really like Nik Collection. Let's do it this time. Duplicate. Okay, let's go. Next one. This is not working. Oh, because it's an image. We have to rasterize that. It has to be a pixel layer to work. Let's rasterize this too. There we go. Thanks for the comment by all, and have a nice week. Absolutely, yes. Thanks. Okay, so let's go in here, and I will do a little bit more. Let's do half an hour more on different editings and just playing around with different things here. Also maybe creating our own styles, not just looking at these presets, but what is this? Not so much. There's these dark ones. Whoa. I really like these kind of creepy looks. Oh my god. Okay, that is way too intense. This is also nice with these very bright lips. It's like too much, but still pretty cool. Okay, I would say let's delete everything here and then, sorry, we make our own filter. You have all these like filters here, basically, that you can then combine. So for now, we can also save these like favorites with the star. Let's start with Pro Contrast just to make things a little bit brighter here. Let's go like this. Let's see with the color cast. We can go a little bit with color cast to make this a bit more intense. And then when you want to add the next filter, you have to click on plus here, because if I click now over here, this is just going to replace it, right? So you need to click on plus, and then you can skip through the different filters. And what is this, for example? Duplex. That's already pretty nice. You can choose some colors here. This is one thing I don't like, that you have this kind of old schooly Windows 98 selection here of colors. That's really not great, and also doesn't give you a live preview. So there's some stuff that's not 100% there, but other than that, you can have some pretty cool things here. I wish there was also like a list of colors I can choose here, like pre-selected colors from the software, right? Okay, let's not use this one. Color stylizer. This can do some. Is this the same thing I just used? No. They just have a similar setup. Color stylizer. Contrast. And the good thing about that is that these filters are set up in a certain way. So you have the sliders and controls that you basically need for to make these things happen, right? So that's a very nice part about that. While on the other hand, when you would want to do that on your own in Affinity Photo or another program, you would need to know the process that is happening, that you need all the different kind of steps that you need for that, if you know what I mean, right? So what kind of adjustments would you apply in Affinity Photo to create this effect, for example, right? And here everything is set up for you, so you just push around different sliders and see what kind of results you get from that, right? Let's go with my favorites here because I already know them better. Let's, for example, go with Photo Stylizer. This is one of my favorites. And you have these kind of combinations here, which again, they are set up for you to give you interesting results. So you don't have to understand every little detail of the stuff that's going on here. You rather go through them and see what kind of results you get and if there's something interesting in them that you want to use. This one, for example, this one is the one that I like most because it has this very nice combination of blue and red tones. But of course, there's others which are also nice. And of course, another thing you get if you use these tools is that you get a different taste, a different expression. And so you can often see, okay, this was done with Nik Collection, this was done with Lightroom, this was done with another tool like Luminar or something, because they create certain styles, certain kind of expressions of color that the other tool doesn't, just by the way that the sliders are set up and by the filters, how they are set up, the presets, how they are set up. You are much easier to get to this kind of specific colors. And for example, you can often see from the blue tones, from the pink tones, that it was used with Lightroom, for example. Lightroom is more perfect, and more idealistic, more popping colors, candy colors, while Nik Collection often has these more analog, classic colors, a little bit vintage feeling colors. So it's a different kind of expression in there, right? How about a misty overlay? Yeah, this is what I just did. So we can play around with these things. Let's leave it like that and then apply some more. You also have here this glamour glow, which is very nice. You see, you can make like it's a little bit like this mist effect. So I think I feel like Luminar Ai has taken some inspiration from Nik Collection, from the way that the things feel when you edit them. So that's kind of interesting. Let's go like this. And the cool thing with Nik Collection is, like also with Luminar, is that you can save here they call it recipes. I think in Luminar it's called presets. So you can do that. What do we have here? Oh, we can also have these film effects over here. And you can combine as many of them as you want. So this is also a nice thing. And you can see there's a lot of things, like, for example, this slider is called perceptual saturation. So it's not just saturation, but it works also on the level of how you perceive saturation. So that's also interesting. Grain. Oh, you can make it very grainy. I can switch through different film types, which is also nice to have this kind of ability. And you can see how a lot of them inside of Nik Collection look more like they have this kind of analog touch to them, right? I think we can also, after this, work a little bit more with this, for example, the analog pack that I've created. because there's some interesting looks in there too. Where do we have the mist from before? Let's go to all again. Where was that? Fog. There we go. There's different kind of fog overlays here. This one is a little bit more reduced. You can also apply this, like you can see here, for the shadows and the highlights. And you can also set control points here if you want to. So to define if it should go just in a certain area of the picture. Is this making it better with the fog or not? And you can see that right now I can create a control point here and then say I want to have less fog here in the middle of the picture. You see? So now we have here it's less intense here. And also this reacts again like you have in Viveza with the background. So if I put it here, this takes more into account the dark areas, and if I put it over here, it takes more into account the bright areas. So when I put it here, it's also more contrast at the same time, right? A little bit of a downside is here that this is always circular. You can't do it in a way where this is like an oval shape or something like that. That would be nice to have that. So yeah, that's interesting. This is like really shiny right now down here, but we can still paint over that a little bit later on. But we can also try to have a vignette here. There's the vignettes down here. So vignette filter. This is way too dark. But I think I will leave that out and just rather paint that in afterwards. So let's keep this one. That's pretty nice. And then I paint in a little bit of vignette like I did before, just to like reduce some of these areas down here, especially the ones that don't look that good. Okay. So let's do this. Oh, this is a lot smaller now. We need a hardness 0, opacity lower, larger brush. That's okay. So now I can paint in here a little bit, make this a little bit darker, and maybe also this flower up here. The opacity is still a little bit high. Zoom out a bit, make this even bigger. And just like brush a little bit around the outside, so give it a little bit of vignette. Okay, so you can see now that some areas are darker now, but not too much. And it's custom, which is also nice to have like a custom vignette around that. Okay, so we basically have another version. I can combine these into a group. So let's call this V2. And the other one here we will call V1. So we have this version and this version basically. It's pretty cool. What did I want to do? Oh yeah, to try and play around with the analog pack. So let's do this also real quick. I will make everything a little bit brighter. Maybe less contrast. Okay. And then we can have a look here, for example. Where do I have my packs? This is the light beam pack. No, this is in the wrong folder. Digital products. There we go. Where's the analog pack? I've created so many packs in the past. Landscape Autumn Bundle. Glorious Light, which is also nice. Analog Dream Pack. There we go. Okay, so what we do here? Discoloration. We can play with that. Let's put this on here. And then what else do we have? We have some light leaks in here. Light leaks. We haven't used light leaks today at all. So we can do maybe this one and maybe this one. And then, so these are just overlays right now. Oh, we even have LUTs in here. That's pretty cool. We have paper style, we have analog spots, we don't need that. Vignettes we can try. Let's try this one and maybe this one. Put them in here. So you can see it's super easy to use. Cracks we don't need. Film grain, not really. Grunge textures, maybe. Let's use this one. Okay, cool. Good. So these are all overlays. Let's bundle them all together like so. And then I can just resize them all together over the picture like so. The only thing where we don't need that is for the vignettes. So let's turn everything off and then turn the vignettes back on. And I can just, like, now I take all of them. You can see here I've selected all of them. And I can just pull them like this onto the picture like so. And then I simply set this to multiply. And so now you can see we have these vignette styles. Of course, there's too much right now, but I can just like turn on individually the vignettes here that have this kind of analog touch to them that I've created for the bundle. All right. Maybe this one. Yeah, let's see. We can leave this for now. Let's see with the grunge filter, also multiply, no. Screen, no. Overlay, soft light. So you can see we have this, there's a little bit of structure here now. You see that? A little bit of a structure in here. You could also still go in here and say, for example, contrast for that. So you can make it less or more contrast. It's a very easy way to change that. And also with the brightness to adjust it a little bit on how it influences the picture. So it's a very easy way to do that if you want to. And of course you can put a mask on here and then just brush out different areas like we can, let's go here a little bit smaller. Like so. Nope, that's too small. Okay, let's use the keys again. I'm really getting accustomed to that. So now you can see here, let's do more opacity. I can paint this onto the face to say I don't want to have this structure in the face too much. And so now we don't have it on the face, but we have it over here in the water and then the rest of the picture. So that's a very easy way to apply that. So you can see these overlays, it's super easy to use them. If you have a vignette, you mostly want to have that stuff below the vignette. So the vignette is still clean, doesn't have this kind of effect on it, unless it's kind of an effect that has to do with the material that it is used, like paper, for example, stuff like that. Here we have our light leak. You set this to screen, for example, or to add, or this really depends how this mixes with the picture. This one, for example, you could put over the vignette, but it kind of depends if this looks good or not, depending on what kind of light leak that is, right? Let's turn this one on too. I don't know if we need that today. That might be a little bit too much. Can also rotate that, of course, but I feel like that's too much for the picture. So let's not use them. And this is the discoloration. Again, you set this to, well, you have to play around with that. But soft light, for example, is interesting. You can see if I move this around, it gives me different kind of color effects. Although for this picture, again, this is not like really anything we want to use here. Although we can, let's open this up again here. 1 second. Where is it? There we go. Pro Pack, discoloration. Maybe one of the blue ones. Pink one, maybe not, but this one could be cool. So let's put this in here. There we go. Again, let's align them so it's easier to just scale them all together at the same time. And then we set this to, let's say, soft light, turn it off, and then we can turn them on individually like this. Is there anything in the chat? No. How about a misty overlay? Ah, okay, that's all one. So you can see this is better. If I move this around, you can have different kind of colors in different areas of the picture, and this can often give it a little bit more life and a little bit more structure, right? So this can be very interesting. This one is the blue one. We can also make this a lot bigger. If you have these overlays, it's often not a problem if they are much bigger, because they are just blending with the colors we already have in the picture. So in that regard, it's not really a problem if they are pixelated, because you don't really see that in the picture. So yeah, there's some actually interesting stuff in here. You can also use blend ranges, of course, for that if you want to, for example, to say I only want to blend this one with the brighter or with darker colors. So you click here and then you go with the underlying composition ranges and, for example, go like this. And so now these colors are mainly on the brighter areas of the picture. You see, like this. If I turn this on and off, it's in the brighter areas, but not in the darker areas. If you look, for example, at the hair up here and stuff like that, this is basically keeping the same color. So you can play around with that pretty easily. Okay, Che. Yeah, we're going to finish up anyway, so don't worry, you're not going to miss much. I just wanted to do some more editing today to play a little bit more around with the stuff. This is too dark here. And of course, you can also set the opacity and other things. So it's very flexible, very easy and very flexible to use that. Let's push this, maybe let's push this like so. And then you can also make extra points here. And then you can see here, so this is not linear, it's linear, but it's like you control different areas of the picture differently, right? And so you can see now it's very much reduced in the very bright parts. So the whiter colors don't have that impact. And in the darker areas, it's reduced. It's there, but it's reduced. And so if I turn this on and off, you can see how, for example, here now the flower down here, if you look at that, the bright parts of the flower, like this here, the highlight is not affected. It's not getting blue, but the darker parts of the flowers are getting blue, right? And so this can be pretty interesting. Right. This is our grunge map, which is actually interesting. So you can see this is a very intuitive and easy way to create these kind of looks, and they are kind of similar because I really like Nik Collection a lot. So they are from the taste, from the expression, they are often inspired by how it would look if you would do it with Nik Collection. But this is kind of an easier version and a little bit not more versatile, but easier to understand because it's overlays, right? Okay, so I would say let's save out these versions here. Export. Whoops, now I don't want to go here. So let's have a look here, AP. So what call this analog pack. This is the analog pack version. And then let me delete all of the layers that I'm not using here real quick. And then we can save everything. Good. So this is that. What is this? Kind of forgot what we did here. I think this is the original. And then this is Nik Collection 1, right? Export AP Nik 01. Have we already exported Nik Collection? No. Nik 01. And then also we have Nik 02. Export Nik 02. Okay, cool. So now we can basically look at the different versions we have created today. So this is the Nik Collection version, another Nik Collection version, analog pack version, the Luminar version, and another Luminar version. And this is the original version. Of course with the added flowers, but yeah. And somewhere, let's see, where is the completely unedited picture? 3461. This is the one. So this is where we started. We can rotate this actually. There we go. This is where we started. So I would say we made a pretty huge progress, right? That's pretty cool. Can we open this up somehow? Give me a second. One second. There we go. Okay, let's rotate it like this, and then I want to resize the canvas, make this a size of, let's say, 8,000. Good. Okay, so this is the original, and this is basically a version that we have created today. Let's take this one and this one. These are kind of similar, so we can compare them, these two. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's resize this again. Let's go to 10,000. There we go. Okay. I should use the crop tool. That makes more sense here. There we go. So that's pretty nice. Left side is the, not really the original, it's the wrong picture. Damn it. Okay, I messed that up. Let's place the original picture actually. This one. No, this is the one they edited. Did I not, do I not have this here? Apparently I don't have this anywhere. This is the one. This is the one. Okay. So this is the original picture, and then we have the edited version on the right side. I'm really happy with that. Also how we extended that to the right side. I don't think you can see that. The flower is pretty big, but other than that, it's pretty, it looks like it belongs that way, right? That's pretty awesome. And this is the other version. Like this is the Luminar version, which I'm really happy with. So Luminar really upped their game with this the new presets I created and the new looks of the colors, because that was always a problem with Luminar, that the colors are just not looking good, but now they look really good. And this is the Nick color collection, which, as you can see, it has a different taste. It's more analog, it's more vintage from the look, where the Luminar version is a bit vintage, but more this kind of modern interpretation. This has more this kind of Instagram, Pinterest kind of look from the colors, while this is more like an old schooly analog picture look that you have from the colors, and how everything, this kind of softness also in it, right? So it's pretty interesting to see the difference between these two. But both are really cool, really interesting. This is more like something I think that resonates today with the taste of the people, I would say. And this is, it's nice, but it's more like old school. All right. Okay, so much for today. Let's go here. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching, and for the donations also, if you're still around. Again, thank you very much for that. It was really cool, and I hope you enjoyed the stream today. I think we did some really cool and interesting things today together. Also, thank you for being part of the challenge, and yeah, see you in the next tutorial on Tuesday, right? So in 2 days basically, right? Okay, good. So I would say have a good night and see you soon. Bye.